best sales call you can have is one where the lead shows up already sold. They show up knowing what you do, why your approach is the right fit for their exact situation, and they have already decided they want to work with you. The call is 15 minutes, and you just confirm and send the invoice. But the reason why your agency doesn't have such calls consistently, except maybe with referrals, is not because of the offer, more testimonials, or better lead quality. So you just start to hire more SDRs, start sending more emails, push more ads. Volume is easy to solve by just doing more, but it doesn't affect the conversion, which is the inevitable ceiling that you will hit. And that's because there's nothing in the current acquisition effort that changes what a cold lead believes before they hop on a call, and there's no reason why they should choose you over anyone else. So the call has to build that reason from scratch. Now, why should you even listen to me? For the past 3 years, I have been working with multiple 7-figure D2C agencies on filling that gap between the first contact and the initial call, focusing solely on the trust layer. And today, I will explain the strategy we use across these agencies, specific enough that after watching this video, you can identify what your current pipeline looks like and what it takes for you to fill that gap. So up until late 2024, you could close deals by just educating your audience on why a solution like this exists and position yourself as the credible option by giving out how-to tips. But now every other agency is running the same playbook. And if your entire acquisition effort still revolves around that, you're selling it like a commodity because the audience already knows it, because they are seeing the same value frameworks, the same pain point messaging, and it does not matter if it comes through content, ads, or email. The market is way too sophisticated for generic positioning to build that conviction. So the first step starts with segmenting the current pipeline with the data you already have. And instead of doing it manually, what we do is build AI agents around your specific context, connect them to your Google Drive or Fathom, and pull your discovery and sales calls. Export your Instagram or email conversations across both qualified and unqualified leads, and connect directly to your CRM to extract the current pipeline stages. The agents go through all of it, and once that data is extracted, we work through the actual patterns to properly segment the pipeline. And this is exactly what we did for one boutique performance agency. We saw that many qualified leads were struggling with structuring their campaigns before any work had started, and the founder was solving that through personal one-on-one audits, which again required a high level of trust before any commitment, and that created friction at the wrong stage. So what we did is take everything he was explaining through those audits and built one specific campaign, which was 15 to 20 minutes long video and 2 story sequences. As you can see here, the first one was more like a social proof, and the second one was teasing the video itself and pushing the traffic to this video. And altogether, the campaign generated 60 leads and closed 2 clients. And for him, that was the right number because he was taking extreme fit over volume. And that is what the second step does. A campaign brief built around 3 to 5 layered campaigns, where each one is mapped to a specific segment. Because once you know your segments, you know what each one needs to believe before they actually commit. And that determines which sublayer that segment gets. And there are 3. Traffic is for segments that are unclear of what you offer, what proof you have, and why your approach is different. The trust one is for segments that know they have a problem, understand the offer, but they don't understand your mechanism or see it as the solution for them. And lastly, the conversion is for segments that understand the mechanism, but they have to see it working for their situation specifically before they actually commit. The last step is building out the campaign components. Every campaign runs a mix of 4 pieces in parallel. You have the lead magnet, which is the anchor, the commitment signal that starts the conversations, and every other piece moves traffic toward it. You then have the long form video, which breaks down the mechanism with enough depth to build belief before any call happens. And then you have the short form pieces, which are extracted from it. Each one covers a single angle and pushes the traffic toward the long form video for the full explanation. And lastly, you have the story sequences, which are the additional touch points that either starts the conversations and drives traffic towards the long form or lead magnet, depending on the campaign. And in Q4, we generated 10 plus new clients for one 7-figure email marketing agency solely from Instagram by running a mix of these components together. We created one lead magnet that gave out their Q4 content calendar, the strategy, and email templates. From that, we derived 2 long-form videos, one that covered how they generated 2 million in Black Friday, and one that revealed how one email generated 150K in 24 hours. From that, we derived 6 reels that all were directing the traffic to either the long form or the lead magnet. And then we had 4 managed chat flows. This is one of them, where we got in total 120 leads, and we got around 86% CTR on average. From these campaigns, we also had leads that closed from a single video call. As you can see here, he got the lead magnet, got the conversation, and he basically gave us the WhatsApp number. The SDR called him on the WhatsApp video call and closed him there on spot. He was running around at that time 80K days. And this is the full strategy, and we call it the LC method. You segment the pipeline from your own data. You map what each segment needs to believe, and you build the layer campaigns that fill the gap. The first thing you should do, if you haven't already, is pull the last 20 discovery calls and find where that conviction breaks down consistently, because that pattern is the first gap you can solve with the first layer campaign. And if you want us to identify where your specific gap is, you can DM word audit, and we will take a look at your situation first, and if there's a clear fit, let's work. Other than that, my DMs are open if you have any questions. So yeah, that's about it. Cheers.